What's up guys, Ryan McGinn here, back with another amazing GoPro video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys and teaching you guys how to take or make and produce or create epic GoPro photos for your Instagrams. Now before I get into everything, I am going to be covering storytelling, composition, structure, equipment, editing, everything you need to turn your Instagram into a work of creative genius. Now the reason why, number one, I'm doing this is because I know a lot of you guys go out and you buy GoPros or you have GoPros and you don't really know what to do with them. And I think a mistake that a lot of people make is they immediately get a GoPro and they start trying to take videos. And I love making videos. I am a video editor. I do it for myself. I do it for clients. I teach it. I love video. But video has a really massive learning curve. You have to buy different things. You have to get an editing software. You have to get different mounts. You have to do a lot of things to start making videos. What I feel like a lot of people lack or don't even know exists is how amazing the GoPro camera is. So that's what this video is about. If you're cool with that, you want to stick around, boom, like, comment, subscribe. If you like GoPro videos, I'm going to be creating a lot of them. So without further ado, the first thing you want to understand before you go out, and this is even more important than the equipment you have, than the editing you do, this is the most important part of what makes a good photo, and that is composition. Understanding the creative elements of what you are about to take a photo of. What is in front of you? What is behind you? Where are you standing? What side are you using for a selfie? All of these things come into play. And you want to constantly think about this because this is what makes an epic photo. If you're in a regular location but there's something awesome going on behind you, yes, you should be in the photo, but show more of what's going on behind you. Move the camera over, take a bunch of test shots. This is the thing I think a lot of new creators mess up, and it's the most important part, is the composition of the actual photo. What is going on in the photo? What makes it cool? And this doesn't have to be epic. Like, you don't have to be in the Maldives doing stuff. The reason I love GoPro and GoPro photography so much is you can take normal stuff and make it look awesome because of the wide angle lens on the GoPro. I was recently in Bora Bora, ironically. I know you just say you don't need that. And I took a lot of epic photos. You can see them on my Instagram. If you're not following me, you should go do that. Photos in gas stations. I take photos in Walmart. I take photos on the middle of the street. I've taken photos in dirt lots. The cool thing is you can use a GoPro yourself. You don't have to rely on anybody to make epic photos. And it all starts, number one, with composition. Number two is storytelling. What is going on in the photo that makes it worthy of somebody to look at? And this can come down to the outfit, what it's saying. And now I like to classify my photos into 4 different things. Are they building authority? Are they showing social proof? Are they building connection? Or are they causing some sort of engagement? And if you're trying to do anything on Instagram where you're trying to build a brand or make money, you need to be doing those 4 things at all times, regardless of if you are just trying to make a cool Instagram. Because if you're doing these things, you're hitting a lot of psychological emotions and triggers, and it makes people want to follow you. I will get into those in another video, but the story that the photo is telling, what you're wearing, what location you're at, what you're doing, just like composition, what the photo says is what makes it an epic. And I urge you guys, work with what you got. Use your tools. Bring props. Use what you have. Go to locations in your local area. Don't think because you can't go to Bora Bora or the Maldives or something awesome that you can't make an epic photo on your Instagram. You can't make people want to pay attention to you, because I am proving in the videos on this channel and on my Instagram that you can do this shit anywhere. So with that said, the next step, so you have composition, you have story, you have editing. Yes, I urge you to edit any and all photos that you take through your GoPro camera. Okay, and you can do that with a free app for your phone called Lightroom. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys how to edit a photo. But download that app, start doing it. I don't urge you guys to Photoshop and get crazy with your editing. Just enhance the colors, enhance the sharpness. And I'm going to show you what I do to all my photos, but just take that extra step to make it pop. And that's the thing. With so much boring and mundane stuff going on, you take an epic GoPro photo. It's already got the big wide angle lens. It looks dope. You just make it pop a little bit more, and it just, God, they look fucking amazing. I am a huge fan of GoPro photography, and I just think the wide lens and the colors and just everything works. Let's get right into the first part, which is the equipment. What exactly you need to take epic photos for your Instagram. I am what they would call a minimalist, I guess you could say. I don't like having a lot of stuff. I don't like using a lot of stuff, but I do have something that I carry with me that carries mostly my GoPros and my cell phone and my wallet when I'm out and about, and that's this bag. It's a fanny pack. It's from Herschel, and I'm so pumped that fanny packs are back in style because I'm a fashion guy as well. You may have followed me from my days on YouTube as a fashion guy, but this just holds all my cameras, but it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, this is all you need to take epic GoPro selfies and video pictures of yourself. Now the reason I like this is the GoPro Shorty extension tripod. I think it's $40. It extends out. It puts it at a good length, arm's length out, because you have to kind of figure out how far you like. I personally like my whole body and my whole outfit being in the photos that are going on my Instagram. That way you can tag more brands and get more attention to your account, depending on how many followers you have. You could get some free stuff too. Who doesn't like free stuff? So this is what I use for my selfies. If I'm just taking an actual GoPro selfie, you can see a couple here. I'm gonna flash up on the screen. These are me, and I kind of always have to mess with how far my arm is out. But one thing you wanna make sure you do, because these photos are going on Instagram, you want to, ooh, I got that a little tight. I got one of these high torque thumb screws here. You wanna rip this down, just like that, okay? So just like that. So that way when you're looking at it, it's like this. And because now it is taking pictures in portrait mode. So all you gotta do is hold the GoPro on the side, and this setup, which is what the GoPro actually comes with, this is the actual frame, works really well if you just go like, beep, like that. And then experiment with it. I don't know how long your arms are, I don't know how tall you are, but you might have to mess with it and get used to where to put your arms so you get your whole body in the shot and a good composition versus what's behind you. This does take some practice, so don't be scared to go out there and practice. Now that is for GoPro selfies, just these two things. Very minimalist. 40, you can carry this in your pocket at all times and take a lot of dope selfies. Now I urge you not to take all selfies, even though GoPro selfies are amazing. The GoPro also takes really good photos of you by yourself in different locations. So when I'm doing that, I bring in a second mount. The second mount is actually a GoPro or a GoPro vertical frame. I will link all this stuff below. You can see everything I use. And that, you just take this off and you put the frame on there, and now the camera is mounted vertically, perfect for Instagram. Genius. I actually created one of these with a 3D printer a long time ago, but GoPro came in and they made a really good one. So congrats, GoPro. This thing's awesome. It's like 25 bucks. You should definitely grab it because these two together, and you don't need a whole lot. Now, the reason sticking with this tripod, this thing extends out, boom, boom, and if you have the vertical frame on top, now you can set it on something, you can set it on the ground, you can take some really good photos of yourself in the process without relying on anybody else. Now, these two things, like I said, fit in my, my fanny pack really well, and then there's one other mount that I use a lot, and that's for the POV style shots that I use. That would be the GoPro Bite mount. Goes like this, small, and then you take the vertical GoPro mount and you would mount that on there. I'm not gonna screw it in, but you guys get the point. Now I can take epic POV shots. Just like this, just like that. You will see these on my Instagram. I do them quite a bit. These two things, this package together, and there is nothing that I can't do or quickly take a picture of myself to post on my Instagram to create epic content, to build my authority and build my brand. That's it. This all together, depending on if you catch the GoPro on sale, will probably cost you less than, I want to say, 450 bucks. So do this. Amazing. These things. Now, a couple extra things that you can get if you decide you want to. Extra batteries for the GoPro and a dual battery charger. I don't have my charger. It's plugged in back there. But you want extra batteries. GoPro batteries last maybe 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes less. And then the next thing would be an SD card reader that plugs directly into your phone. This way you don't actually have to even take your photos and put them on a computer. You can literally take the SD card out, put it in the card reader, plug it in, and I have an iPhone, and now I will be able to access the photos right from here. Genius, this. And it makes it quick. Now there are some downfalls. The pictures are kind of small. So I still, if I have the time, take the pictures off of my camera, put them onto my desktop, my computer, and then pick out the ones I like and then airdrop them back to my phone. But if I'm in a pinch and I don't have my laptop, I will use this. It's amazing. So that is the equipment that you need to take epic Instagram GoPro photos. Let's get into the setup of the camera and what settings I think you should do. Settings. The only setting you should be doing if you are utilizing the GoPro for selfies and self-photography and using this to go your stuff is keep it on the auto. Unless you are a professional photographer or know what you're doing, you don't need to go into Pro Tune, you don't need to go into RAW. You just, GoPro's auto setting and the contrasting it does by itself looks really good, especially for the average person who's just trying to make their Instagram better and really grow their account. Now, if you're trying to get into photography and you really want to take it up, yes, then you start messing with the RAW settings and the Pro Tunes, and that is heavily reliant on editing in Lightroom, which I'll get into in a second. But starting out, simple, ease of use. Stick with the GoPro auto setting. Now, as far as the camera settings, you want it on wide, okay? If you're taking pictures of yourself, you want to get a lot of stuff in the background. So you want you and everything going on behind you, and everything's in focus. It looks amazing. So you want it on wide. I also shoot in half-second time lapse. And the reason I do this is because once you hit start, it just immediately takes a picture every half second. You will take a lot of pictures, but you will be guaranteed to get 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 really good pictures of what you're doing. And like you see me doing, like in the last video I posted where I went to, where I was in the dirt lot taking, I'll link that video up here, you can watch it down below. Like, I just move around, kind of pose, do different stuff, move the camera around. The point is you are gonna get a lot of pictures, so you don't know which one's gonna look epic. And that's part of the fun / frustrating thing about GoPros, is you don't actually know what you're taking a picture of. But I've never been in a situation when I used the half-second time lapse and I just moved around and did different poses and I didn't get a photo that I liked. And you being interested in this, I know you can do the same, because I'm just like you. I am not a professional photographer. I just have learned to use this skill set and these skills at in my capabilities, in my hands right now. So half-second time lapse, wide. Same thing, I do that if I'm pointing the camera at me and taking a picture of myself or I'm doing a selfie. You can mess around with linear, then there will be no fisheye. But part of the allure of GoPro photos on Instagram and why they do so well is the wide angle, seeing everything. And that's, again, like, I think it's really awesome that if you do that in normal locations, instead of like places like Bora Bora and the Maldives and all this crazy stuff, you can just get some really cool and epic photos. So that is it for the settings. Half-second time lapse, wide. Now we're gonna go into the editing aspect of this, and I'm gonna share the screen on my phone and quickly edit a photo so you guys can see what I do with Lightroom. This is pretty much what I do for all of my GoPro photos. All right, so as you can see, we are on my computer right now. I just went out front of my house. I went to the street and I took some photos. So all I did was, please don't judge me by the cluttered mess that is my desktop. I really got to clean this shit up. Here's my SD card. I'm gonna go in here, 100 GoPro. So these are all the photos I just took out in front of my house. Again, like I said, you don't need to go to many awesome locations to take cool photos of yourself. I literally went outside for 30 seconds and took these. Now, as you see, using the half-second time-lapse feature, I took a lot of pics in a short amount of time. So I'm gonna select them all, and I'm just gonna click here. And now I can see all the photos that I took. Now, remember, I took these vertical mode for Instagram, and I'm gonna get into the settings here. As you see, I ran out in the middle of the street, and I just started snapping photos. Now, I'm looking for a good one, so you just kind of scroll through till you find one you like. I'm pretty cool with this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this so I can take. So that's a pretty cool pic. Took a couple seconds to take. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this off to my desktop here. And I think there was one of the other crouching ones that I kind of liked. That one right there, we can go ahead and move it so you can see it here. That one's kind of cool too, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off there. Now, obviously, I was doing this very quickly to kind of show you guys you don't need a whole lot. Now, the rest of these photos are trash to me. So basically all I would do is now I just boom, take those out and put them in the garbage can, delete them, and they are gone from my life. Now I would export the card. So now I'm going to take these two photos and I'm going to transfer them to my phone. I'm going to show you guys how I edit them in Lightroom. So I'm going to go ahead and use AirDrop. I'll be right back. All right, so as you can see, I am now looking at my pictures here on my phone. I'm going to go ahead and open up Lightroom, which is right here. Again, this is a free app. And I don't like to spend more than a few minutes. This is actually a buddy of mine, Clark Kegley. Shout out to you, Clark. I was helping him edit one of his photos he sent to me. He's recently got into GoPro photography. But I opened up Lightroom and the recently added, here's the two pics. I'm gonna start with this one because I really like this one. As you can see, again, the composition. I'm in the center line. You got trees on the right and the left. And it's just a really, there's nothing a whole lot going on, but it's just a cool little pic. So first thing I want to do is crop it for the correct size for Instagram. Now, provided I was going to post this on my Instagram feed, I'm going to go over here where it says these little boxes. And 4:5 is the biggest you can put on an Instagram feed. That's so you have the big, take up the most space. So I urge you guys to use that. But you see here, these grids, this is what we call like rule of thirds. So you want to make sure that you're centered. If I wanted to bring it more in on myself, I could kind of zoom that, but use the grids to kind of help you. But GoPro, I like to get all of the space in there. So as you can see, I'm right in the center. Everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and put the check mark there. The first thing we're going to do is there's this little auto feature. Sometimes I like to hit that, kind of see how it does. And if you did that and that's all you did, like it is just a little bit brighter, a little crisper. But I like to take things the next step further. So first thing I do is I go to details. I like to sharpen. So I take the sharpening. And as if you just hold your finger on it, you can see what it looks like before and after. So that's sharp. And then I'm going to go to effects. And then I'm going to go to clarity and dehaze. I really like these two features and bring those up a little bit. See how the photo is just getting a lot more, it's just getting crisp and clear. You can get too much here. A lot of people like to overdo these things. I just like to do a little bit here. Again, we're just trying to edit and make them look better than what most people see. Next step is color. So I'm going to hit color. And then what you do here is just take the color. So the first thing I see is the sky. So we're going to go to the blue that kind of matches the sky. And you can mess with the luminance. See how the blues are getting darker or lighter. I like to make the blues a little bit darker, not too much. You can bring up the saturation, but that's pretty good. Now we also have a lot of greens in here. So I'm going to go to the green. And then we just kind of start messing with it. You literally just start playing with it till you see something you like. See how the greens just got a little bit brighter? You can hold your finger and see before and after. It just gets a little, you can go way up, high on the saturation. You can go bright on the luminance. This is totally personal preference. This is your art. So don't let anybody tell you what is right or what's wrong. So that's pretty much it. So we can see the before and after. And there's one other thing that you could do. If let's say you got a shadow on your face or you want to brighten you up, you can go to the selective tool, hit this little square, hit that little circular button and kind of select an area. So maybe I wanted to make my face brighter so people kind of pay attention to your face. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then I'm going to go here to lights and I'm going to up the exposure. Oops, sorry, that was the contrast. Up the exposure. See how now my face is getting really bright. Obviously that looks stupid there. I'm not going to keep that. But if I wanted to make my face just a tad bit brighter, boom. Now my face is really kind of just popping out there. These are just things you can do. So then if I like this, cool. I'm going to go ahead and hit this save button here. Save to camera roll, maximum available. And now I have a picture that's ready to be posted to Instagram. Now, let's say you wanted to do it for Instagram stories. Take the same picture and maybe post it to your story. You just go back to crop and then go to 9:16 because 9:16 is the optimal ratio for stories. And yeah, then you would just save it. Now you have the same photo. You can post it to your story and your feed. That's up to you, whatever you wanted to do. You can move it around a little bit, maybe change the composition of the photo. Now if I was going to post it on my stories, maybe cut out the sky so it's just kind of like me and the road. You can do anything you want, but then you just boom, hit check, save, and then export. Boom, save to camera roll, maximum available. And now the pictures you'll see are in my camera roll right here, ready to go to Instagram. Now I probably brightened up my face a little too much, but for the sake of this video, that's how you edit photos using Lightroom. And every photo is different. I just urge you to get in there and kind of like start experimenting with stuff and see how I said that here, that like I like to get my whole body, you know, your outfit makes a statement. If you do get big enough, you can probably get some brand deals. And yeah, this is me thinking in the forefront and making, you know, getting the most out of a singular picture. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Back to the video. One thing I want to remind you is when you are taking GoPro photos, there's a couple things that go with the composition that I think you should not forget to do, and that is lighting. If it's a like low lit day, don't try to take GoPro photos. GoPro thrives in very bright environments, very sunny days. If it's not that, the photo, yes, you can edit it, but it's just not going to look that good. So make sure it's a bright, sunny day. And when you're looking at which direction to do and you're trying to get that composition of your photo, make sure the sun is either right directly above you or kind of at your face. If you put it behind you, you can get some cool shots where the sun becomes like an orb behind you, but for the most part, you want to light up everything. So I usually like to basically stare into the sun. That's why I'm usually always wearing sunglasses and have all the light coming at me. So that's just a tip. I think a lot of people mess that up. But if it's a sunny, or not a sunny, a cloudy, rainy day, kind of gloomy, GoPro is probably not the best option for that day. So you should just wait till the next sunny day to take your photos. I know that sucks, but that is a downfall to the GoPro. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I urge you guys right now, utilize what you have, get yourself a GoPro, use the GoPro you have, and start taking some epic photos. Practice, 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 practice. Go out and do it. That is how you get better, and then post them to your Instagram. It is one of the coolest things ever. I urge everybody to start building their brand on Instagram, because regardless if you're trying to make money from it, your Instagram is a revolving resume of who you are. And if somebody that doesn't know you sees your Instagram and they see that you have all these awesome photos of yourself doing cool stuff, making everything look cool and vibrant and bright and awesome, you will get more followers. You're just raising your personal brand value, and you will just be a higher value person. From the outside looking in, more people will be attracted to you, and I promise good things will come if you do this. And if you do really want to take your Instagram to the next level, there's some links down there. I have a program called Daily Content Cash Flow where I tell you what to post every single day so you can start building your authority, building trust, making sales, and really building a brand out of your Instagram. There's a link down there. Check it out if you want. It's a monthly service. I think you guys will like it. If not, please, take this video, screenshot it, tag me on Instagram. As you guys take more photos and take photos of yourselves, tag me so I can share them on my Instagram. I love looking and I love sharing good GoPro photography, especially for people that are using my advice and going out and making shit happen. So screenshot this video, tag me on it, give it some love, share it, like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. This is a brand new YouTube channel and I'm trying to blow this shit up.